fine, and everything nice.
Hi besties, Michelle here. Welcome back to my channel. I know, where has she been? Where have I been? I've tried to film this video twice. I've been a little absent. Life has been kind of crazy. As you can see by the title of this video, the title that I think I'm gonna put on it at least. Like I said, I've tried to film this video maybe like 3 times. And each time it's just like really intense, and I think it's like a little too intense for YouTube. I just don't upload it. So today I'm just going to film a mukbang with you guys and just kind of chit chat. Now that I am a lot better, mentally a lot more calmer. I'm actually in my room. I'm a little sick girl because I got COVID again. But before we get started on that, I'm gonna show you guys my food. So I got from this, my favorite spot by my house. So this is a steak sandwich. And I also got a Colombian empanada. If you know, you know. I already took a bite of it because I was starving. So basically it's a steak sandwich with Cuban bread, even though it looks like French bread. And they changed their French fries. I don't like steak fries like this. I've never really been a fan. So if you're from Miami, you know this is from Miwi Cafe. This is her. She's a steak sandwich. So you have steak, Swiss cheese, their famous pink sauce, little like fries, papitas, lettuce, and tomato and onion. It's divine. Sadly, my Uber was like an hour and a half late, but it's fine. It's not their fault. They couldn't find a driver. Yeah, so I got that. It comes with some fries, but usually it comes with little like plantain chips like this. They used to at least have these fries that were like super thin, like better than McDonald's. So I ordered them, but they gave me this. I don't know what this is. It took so long that I had to like put them in the air fryer a little bit because they were soggy. And to drink, I asked for a Sprite Zero, but they gave me a 7-Up Zero, which is okay. It's fine. And yeah, so now that I told you guys what I have, I got COVID again for the 2nd time. Crazy, huh? Before you guys ask, yes, I am vaccinated. I hadn't taken the booster shot, just 2 Pfizer vaccines, April or May, around there. But yeah, there's like this huge spread everywhere really. Well, I've been hearing mostly about New York and like Florida, Miami, I guess. I don't know, I haven't really been in the news seeing what's going on. And my mom works in the news, which is crazy. Last time you guys saw me, life was incredible. Life was great. A lot has changed since then. This month started off kind of rough for me. Well, no, I had gone back to work. On my last vlog, I brought you guys on me like throughout the first day. It was Thanksgiving, and it was great. Everything was fine. Then came Art Basel Week. If you guys aren't familiar with Art Basel in Miami, it's like a week full of like events and arts and artists, and it was so much fun. This year I was working the entire week. We had a whole bunch of events at the hotel, like incredible artists, and I was excited for it because you guys know I'm saving up for my apartment. I worked for 5 days straight, incredible shifts, had a blast. It was exhausting, but it felt really nice to work, especially events. Towards the end of the week, the work week, it was a Sunday. I was super hyped. It was the last day of Art Basel, my 5th day working. Sorry, I had to delete some footage from my camera, but what I was saying was, so came the last work week of Art Basel. Art Basel was about to be done. I had been working the entire week. I hadn't been able to go to any events. The last day, KETO was playing at my hotel. I'm pretty sure I could talk about this now because it's over, because we're not allowed to say anything while, you know, the week and all that. And I was hyped up. I'm like, it's gonna be big. I was excited. And in the middle of my shift, I get a call that unfortunately one of my exes had passed away. Tragically too. It just breaks my heart. Now I can talk about it. I won't talk about it as much because I have not taken it well. Obviously, you don't picture anybody dying, but you know, there's like certain, like you just don't, like, it hit me so hard. I remember getting the call and just like freezing because I almost didn't believe it. And this is like in the middle of a huge event in the hotel. There's so many people. I have so many tables. I need more napkins. There's so much going on. First thing I think of is I have to go tell my managers. I didn't know how to react. I hadn't reacted yet. I was just kind of there like what? So then I go to my managers and I blab out what I had found out. I'm not gonna stay into details because I respect him and his family and his friends. So I blab out what happened. And that's where it all hit me. And that's where everything got louder. It's like more, you know, like in movie scenes when people get like super overly stimulated. just like that. So then everything just starts getting closer. My eyes, like, I just start to like black out, and I just start to hysterically like hyperventilate and cry, that my manager had to literally like grab my hand, sit me down, and feed me water, because I just couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. And she would talk to me and I just wouldn't know what to say, and all I can say is like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. And it hit me really hard. It still hits, like, I still can't believe it. I had to, obviously, I left work. I just wasn't okay. I like sat in my car for like an hour, maybe more, just trying to process what I had just heard. I've never really lost someone so close to me all of a sudden. Like, my grandmother had passed away in 2019, but it was kind of like, is the soda making all this pop blocking dropping noises? We knew it was coming because she was really sick and she was in the hospital for like over a week, and she was really weak. So we knew, we were mentally preparing ourselves. This was tragically and out of nowhere. And this is someone that I really truly care about, one of my exes. And the love that I had for him was just like no other, honestly. And we had a really good friendship, and it was just really sad. And we had been like catching up like recently and all that, and he was like really getting his life together, and it sucks that something like that had to happen when he was just beginning, you know. So that happened, and that was Sunday. I don't work on the weekday. So the week went by. I went back to work on Friday because I remember telling my managers, I'm like, I want to work. I do not want to be home. I just want to be distracted. I'll be okay in a week when I go back. They said, okay. I go back to work Friday. I realized that I'm still not mentally okay, and his viewing was on Sunday. I didn't know if it was open casket or not, and I was scheduled to work Friday, Saturday, and off Sunday for the viewing, and they ended up giving me Saturday off to like mentally prepare myself for Sunday. So Saturday came, mentally prepared myself. I remember looking for an outfit, and I'm like, I cannot believe I'm looking for an outfit for my ex's funeral. Anyway, comes Sunday, I go with Brianna and our friends from Brianna and Julie, because we all went to high school together. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I had a few espresso martinis. Like, I was so anxious to go. We were all so anxious to go, and we wanted to be one of the last people there, to be honest. Get there, and the funeral home place, whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called, was right next door to where me and him went to go get, because he was my boyfriend in high school, my like senior year. Not my last boyfriend of 6 years, the one right before him, was where we got our prom flowers. And it just really hit me hard as soon as I realized where it was, because I can't believe how life is, that years back we were together, happy, laughing. I remember we went in and we were like giving the lady such a hard time because we had no idea what we were doing or what we were getting. And now I'm going to his viewing. It was really hard for me. It was super hard for me. And we walk in and we see that it's an open casket, and from afar, like, I just see him. I'm gonna stop talking when I'm gonna start crying. And you see him from afar, and I just like sat in the back, and I didn't go up because I didn't want my last memory to be him laying there lifeless. And maybe some people can say it's selfish. I almost didn't even want to go because mentally I was not okay, but I went. I paid my respect, and I sat by myself in the back, and I just hung out there for a little bit until it was time to go. That same day, we ended up going out to eat, having a few drinks. And this is where things get crazy. That same day, I had found out that my ex-boyfriend had been seeing someone, and that also didn't hit me well at all. Like I've talked about before, I'm still not healed from my past relationship. I mean, it was a relationship of almost seven years, and finding that out just kind of really broke me. And I did things that like was super out of character of me that night. And I've just come to realize that I need a lot of healing to do, a lot of inner healing. And you know, I always knew he had been seeing other people, but when you see it and it like really hits you, it just I've not been okay. I have not been okay at all. My heart has been shattered into pieces multiple times these past 2 weeks. These past 2 weeks has just been me just crying every single day and every single day and every single morning and night. But I am doing better, you know, just trying to heal and be positive, and just, you know, the universe works in weird ways, and I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. That was that. Now I go back to work, and come Friday, I'm working. I get to work, and apparently there's like this huge COVID spread at the hotel, and a whole bunch of my coworkers are like gone. And I'm super excited to be back to work because I hadn't worked the week prior, only one day because of the viewing. So I'm like, I'm so glad to be back to work. I need to be distracted so I'm not home crying. So I'm working, I'm chilling. I have my own section far, far away from everyone. I have super cool guests all day. Towards the end of my shift, I'm like, I feel really weird. Like I really don't feel good. My body hurts. I feel weak. I feel like this weird cough. And I'm like, oh bitch, no. No. I remember feeling so nauseous. Oh, and also in the same week, I also got my period. I'm telling you guys, the universe has been whooping my ass. So I've also been extremely nauseous to the point where like, I don't puke. I don't like ever. I maybe have like counting with like one hand in my entire 27 years of living. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was off. But I started feeling like this already when I was like closing out at work. So then I told my manager, I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna go get tested after work. Because now some testing sites are 24 hours. And she's like, okay, just let me know. Okay. I leave work with all intentions of going to go get tested. And I realized that I'm really not feeling good. I just wanted to go home. I'm on my way home. I'm talking to Brianna and I'm like, girl, I really don't feel good. Something is off. It can be my depression. It can be my hangover. My mental not being okay from all the shit that I've gone through in the past like 2 weeks. But something is off. I think she had invited me over and I was like, no. I went home and I fell asleep super early. I don't even remember falling asleep. I wake up in excruciating pain. In a pain that I can't even explain to you guys how bad it was. Undescribable. And the first thing I think of is, I'm calling out. I gotta go get tested. I have this shit. I can barely lift up my arms. I felt like someone had literally beat me alive. Like, dead. Like, I remember I was just hysterically crying. I was in so much pain, but I didn't want to scare anyone in the house yet. So I had just left. I just left. Because I had woken up. My body had naturally woken up early, even before my work alarms, because I was supposed to work. I wake up and I'm like, ow, ow, ow. And that's when I decided to call out and say that I was gonna go get tested, whatever. Fast forward, I go to get tested. The line is, you won't even imagine. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Universal in Orlando, but the entrance to get in, you know, there's like a million cars and a million lanes. That's how it was. I waited almost 2 hours to get a test and my body was cramping so much and I was in so much pain. I couldn't breathe. I had terrible migraines to the point where like my vision was almost going black out. And I ended up having like a super bad panic attack in my car and I felt like helpless because I couldn't get out. I can't move. I can't drive off. Like, I need this test. It was terrible, like hysterically crying. I was just so overwhelmed because I couldn't believe that I was going through this after the week that I had already had, and just feeling so lonely and sad and whatever. It went away. Then it was my turn. I had the sweetest lady. She's like, we usually have rapid tests and like the regular test. She's like, which one would you like? And I'm like, I don't really know what the difference is. Like, I guess both. And she's like, let me see if there's like an extra rapid test, because I don't have any more. She's literally walking around to every station trying to find one for me, because I literally pulled up and you can tell that I had just finished crying. She's like, well, you got the last one? She's like, there's gonna be a lot of angry people behind you. And I just start crying again because I'm like, that's so sweet of you. I'm like, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. And she's like, don't even worry about it. She's like, Merry Christmas. She's like, feel better. Like, she saw that I was not okay. Ooh. And whenever I took the test, in about an hour and a half, positive as fuck, but I could have told you that one. I sent it to my job. Obviously I couldn't go to work. I went back home and it was probably one of the worst days of my entire life. I almost took myself to the hospital because that's how bad the body aches were. Not that I don't know what the fuck the hospital would do anyway, but it was just, I was feeling so hopeless and nothing would make me feel better, and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't move. I had like these like terrible, like it was like almost like body cramps, body aches. I can't even explain to you the feeling. It's almost like how I can explain it. The body aches were like, you know, like when you have like sleep paralysis and it like hurts. That plus like a really bad body cramp after like a night of dancing, plus like you just got like jumped by like 10 guys. That's how I felt. I was just crying and crying and crying because I was just like asking the universe, like, why me? Why is it that I have to go through this? I've already had a terrible 2 weeks. Like, I lost someone in my life. I lost someone else differently. And seeing someone that you were with for so long with someone else really fucking hurts. I can't even explain to you how, I don't even want to talk about it because I want to start crying. Like, you picture yourself with this person and you have this like hope that maybe it'll work out, and I've closed off so many people that can be potentially people who would treat me really good and who wanted to have like a try with me, and I just closed off because I would just always hope that maybe something would end up working out. And also, I'm not a person who dates. I don't know what dating is like. When me and my ex had gotten together, I was like 20 years old, 19 years old. I don't know how dating is now. It's kind of scary. I'm also a pretty insecure person. I'm scared of being judged when like going on a date. I mean, realistically, I'm not an insecure person. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. But if I'm gonna put myself in a situation where I'm gonna go on a date with you and I have to like, we don't know each other, and me walking up, like, I'm gonna constantly think this person probably thought I was skinnier. This person probably thought that I was prettier in pictures, and I just like avoid it completely. And I know that I have to stop. But I've just completely avoided it, and I've closed off bringing new people in. And you know, me and him are two completely different people. Like, he had started dating other people, and it just comes to the conclusion that makes me think, even though I know I'm not, is, am I hard to love? What didn't I do that was enough? And it just sucks because you just always wanted to be loved by that person for so long. So then when it finally see them like completely like shut off, heartbreak sucks. But there's not much that I can really do. I don't ever want to beg someone to love me anymore, and I just want to feel wanted, and I want someone to love me for me. And I don't want to feel heartbreak anymore, but I feel like I have to learn to love myself and kind of be alone, because I feel like I've always just wanted someone to love me, because I don't feel like I've ever really been loved, and I feel like it would be really nice to be loved by someone and to feel cared for the way that I care and love other people. So I think right now I just need to heal a lot of things in me. I've realized in the past 2 weeks that I'm not okay, and it's okay to not be okay. And it's just, I have to take things step by step. I want to focus on myself and my apartment, and that's all I can think about. And what had me the most frustrated about getting COVID again is that I had just been working a lot, and then like my ex passing away and then now getting COVID has just not let me work, and all I want to do is work. But this has also given me the opportunity to go back into YouTube, even though this week I have not been in the mood to do any sort of YouTubing or be on camera, just because the last video that I recorded was actually the day that I had gone to get tested. But I was just a hot mess. That was the day that I had a panic attack in the car, and I was just crying so much in that video, and I didn't want to put that out. So I told myself, just wait till you're ready again to be on camera. I know you guys would understand. And I just wanted it to be a video where I can just talk to you guys and let you guys know really like how it is that I'm doing. And I'm okay for the most part. Mentally, every day is different, and every day I'm fighting really hard to be as positive as I can and just have faith in the universe, divine timing. I know everything always works out for the best. I know I'm a good person with good intentions, and I know good things will come back to me. And right now my main focus is just to get to my apartment so I can be on my own, start a new chapter in my life. And I know things will only get better. This is just a step. This is just a little bump. It's a little tough one, but it's okay. Also, going back to better health, I feel like I have not been taking care of my body well, especially during COVID, because I've just been eating nothing but Uber Eats because my parents will not let me cook. But being stuck at home just makes me miss going to the gym, and also like cooking for myself and being back at, I haven't even been able to go like be on that, like be back at work and like being able to lose weight, because you know when you're working, it's the easiest way to lose weight, because I'm working 12-hour shifts on my feet walking back and forth. It's the easiest time to lose weight, and I haven't even been able to do that. Yeah, I've definitely gained a whole bunch of weight, and it's okay. I'm honestly not even mad at it. I still feel gorgina, but yeah, good things will be coming for me and in my channel. Also, incredible news. So my parents are giving me my mic for my podcast. So I have already started jotting down ideas for my podcast and topics. Nothing is off limits, so if you guys ever want to ask me questions or topics for the podcast, please go ahead and leave them linked down below. It will be here sooner than you think. I'm going to try to convince my parents to kind of maybe give it to me before Christmas, so maybe I can kind of start getting comfortable with this so I can get the first episode out for you guys. I know I have been promising you guys this podcast for so long, but honestly, finances and just money just hasn't been the greatest recently. This year, that's okay, that's life. The equipment is here. It's somewhere in this house. I know it's here. So the podcast will be here, and I feel like that's going to be another really cool chapter in my life, and that's going to be a project of mine that I just cannot wait. And I just can't wait for this new rebrand and inner glow up, hopefully an outer glow up too, of mine. And I'm really excited to bring you guys along with me. Thank you guys for sticking by my side, and thank you for everyone who has reached out to me during this time. All your messages never go unnoticed. It's just sometimes my mental state is just not all there to reply to everyone, but you guys mean so much to me, more than you can ever imagine, and I hold you guys in my heart every single day, and I think about you guys every single day, and I hope every single one of you guys are doing okay. And if you're not, just know that I am sending you so much love and so much positivity on to your way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this video maybe was a little boring, but I just felt the need that you guys needed an update on my life. It's just been a lot. I wanted to do this video correctly. I didn't want to seem like I was crying and complaining, but the truth is, this is how my life has been recently, and hopefully my next videos will be a lot better. For the meantime, I'm gonna be stuck here in my room because your girl got COVID again. But I am feeling a lot better. I do not feel sick anymore. As you can see, I'm a little congested. I have to blow my nose, but other than that, I am okay, and I'm very grateful for it because it could have gone so much worse. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I will see you on my next one.